Guys, so today I want to talk about vegetarianism, and as you probably know, it's a very important topic for me. So before I even start this video, which is probably going to be a bit long, I am sorry, but please keep watching until the end. I will say a few things, like a little disclaimer. Whenever someone posts a video about animal rights, or more precisely vegetarianism or veganism, there seems to be some people who feel really offended and who feel the need to be really aggressive and kind of rude. What I'm going to say in this video are facts. Unless I say to me or it's my opinion or whatever, these are going to be facts. So if you're mad or if you feel like upset or if you feel the need to be aggressive when you watch this video, I think you should try to really ask yourself why you feel that way. So I thought I would start with kind of addressing the most commonly heard responses to why do you think it's okay to eat animals. The first thing we often hear vegan and vegetarian is that animals are not as intelligent as human and they don't have a soul, so it's okay treating them like shit. Okay, so this comment is pretty stupid and it can be answered very simply. Suffering has nothing to do with intellect or intelligence. To the answer, they're not intelligent. That's so wrong, first of all. Like, if you read a little bit about animals and animals' intelligence, you will hear there are plenty of animals that are very, very intelligent, and that, for example, a pig is as intelligent as a 5-year-old kid. And I'm not going to go too far into that, but unfortunately, and that's a very sad thing, there are human beings who are not blessed with a brain that works very, very well, or at least that doesn't work exactly like our brains work. Do you think it's okay for them to be exploited or, mistreated or really like treated like shit just because they're not as intelligent as the average human being? I don't think so. We've seen that in the past. Like, women and black people in the past didn't have a soul, they were not really considered as human as such. They were not able to pray, they were not creators of God or whatever. And they were really like, they were nothing, And when we look back at this time of our history, we're like, how could that be? Like, we were so stupid and that was awful. Those were awful times. And I'm pretty sure that there will come a time when we will look at this area of, our like humanity, and we will think, what were we doing? And I think it's a part of our evolution to become vegetarian and eventually vegan. There are also people who say basically they're not human beings. Because they're not human beings, they shouldn't be treated as such. So I've never said I wanted animals to be treated like human beings. I'm not going to have a talk about the last book I read with my cat. I'm not saying animals are the same as human beings. I'm not saying a cat is the same as a horse, or a horse is the same as a dolphin, or a dolphin is the same as a gorilla, for example. And as much a human being isn't the same as all of those animals, because we're all different species, we all obey to different instincts and rules and genetics and all that good stuff. And obviously we human beings have a brain which is amazing and we are smarter, but I don't think that difference has to imply an idea of value and an idea of inequality. I don't think that because a living being is not the same species as you have to treat like, it's not a living thing that deserves respect and love. I think the human intelligence is nothing if there's not love and respect. And by killing animals and thinking that because you have a more powerful and a more capable brain, you can dispose of the lives of billions of living beings, I think you're being really silly. So there are also people who say it's natural to eat meat and you need it. I'm 21 and I became a vegetarian when I was 14. And you know what? I'm super healthy. Like, I am really, really healthy. I'm never sick. I don't like anything. I'm not tired. I'm super healthy. And it's really stupid. I mean, now most doctors will agree. And they will agree to the fact that a vegetarian diet is actually pretty healthy and it's actually much healthier than an omnivore diet. So, and to people who say it's natural to eat meat, first of all, the natural argument is so stupid. Like, there's nothing really natural when it comes to human beings, really. And it's not natural. I'm sorry to say that, but it's not natural. If I see a carrot or an apple in the whatever I am, I will be able to pick it and eat it with my teeth. If I see like a rabbit or something, it's gonna be really hard for me to be able to catch him, kill him, and eat it raw without any tool. Try to do it. You should try to kill a cow and eat it with your teeth, only you will see if it's really natural. We are not made to eat meat, and even if we were made to eat meat, it doesn't make it any better. You're able to choose what you want to do. The lion has no choice. He can only eat meat. And he doesn't have the choice to really think, should I eat meat or shouldn't I eat meat? Do I want to eat that or do I not want? You're a human being. Use this difference to make, the world a better place. I mean, by eating meat, you participate in the awful and terrible torture and murder of so many living beings every day. I mean, you don't even know how many animals are killed every day, how many animals come on earth, are born, only to be killed and eaten by you. Yes, you. I mean, it's not only the farm industry, it's not only the mass consumption society, it's not only the capitalism that is to blame. Obviously, those are to blame too. But you are also to blame. I mean, you are the client. You're the one who goes to the supermarket and you're the one who asks for meat or fish. If no one were to go and buy meat, no one would produce meat anymore. And it's not even a product. I mean, you're going in a supermarket and you're asking for a corpse. You're asking for a piece of a corpse, Do you know what that is? It's awful. You're basically buying death. And behind this death, there is such an awful story. There are all the pain, all the suffering, all this, fear. They come on earth because we human beings decide that they should come on earth. They should be born because we want to kill them. We want to breed them and we want to eat them. Do you think it's acceptable? Do you think that we human beings are entitled to play with life like that? I don't think so. It's wrong for so many other reasons. Because animals, to be transformed into meat, need a lot of water, a lot of cereals, and a lot of land. And do you know who needs water and who needs food, aka cereals? So many people in the world, people in Africa. Everyone has seen this picture and these videos of little kids who don't have any food. These mothers will have to walk so many miles to get, water that is not even clean and safe to drink. But our livestock, they have plenty of food and they have plenty of water and they have plenty of medicine. Medicine that is not really good for them and not really good for you who are eating the meat, but still. Farm industry causes so much pollution. That's awful, so much pollution. And also they're destroying so much forest to create more land, to raise more animals, and that destroys the habitat of so many other species. And do you think it's okay? It's not okay. It's not okay. By eating meat, we're basically destroying our environment. We're taking the resources of so many people who are, dying from hunger or from awful disease because they have no access to clean water. And we are thinking that we are gods and we can play with life of the beings just because they're not the same species as us and because we're not able to recognize their ability to feel the pain, to feel emotions, and because we're not acknowledging their own intelligence because it's different than our intelligence. I think that's just awful. And you say you like animals. Everyone loves animals. I mean, on Tumblr, on Twitter, everywhere, I see so many people being like, oh my god, I want a kitty, or this dog is so cute, I really love animals, or I need a guinea pig in my life, or whatever. And then they're having chicken for dinner. But you're so much of an hypocrite, really. I'm not trying to aggress you. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just trying to wake you up because that's the truth. I mean, you cannot cuddle your cat and be like, this bunny is so cute, when you're having a chicken or a veal or whatever for dinner. That's not how it works. Do you think your cat, if you were able to talk and if you were able to understand the whole thing, would agree with you and say, oh master, that's so great what you're doing? I don't think he would. He would stand up for his friends, like the other animals, and be like, do you think it's okay to exploit us like that? Do you think it's okay that you're murdering all of us like that because you're human beings and you think you're better than us? If you think it's okay to torture them, exploit them, kill them in awful circumstances, just kill them basically. If you think it's okay to see animals as raw material, you don't love them. You're not even able to respect them, so how could you love them? You know what? I love meat. And I love fish. I love salmon, I love sushi. I love that. And I love cheese, and I love yogurt. I love cheese, like I'm French. Obviously, I do love all of these things, but you know what? I'm not the master of the world. And I love animals much more than I love cheese or meat. And I don't think it's acceptable to value more, a brief, unnecessary culinary pleasure more than the life of a living being. How many of you have already watched a documentary about, the meat industry or the slaughterhouses? How many of you are like, oh no, 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 I don't want to see that, I don't need to see that, but you need to see that because that's what you're doing, that's what you're participating in. When I see people be like, oh, you know, everything's better with bacon on it. Really, bacon? That's not bacon, that's a pig, that's a living being. There are so many other possibilities for you to eat and eat really tasty food. I'm so tired of hearing people say to me, really what you eat, it has no taste. Why do you do that to yourself, not eating all this delicious food? You know what? I eat lots of delicious foods. I can eat lasagna, I can eat risotto, I can eat cakes, I can eat french fries, I can eat pasta. So many vegetarians who say, I don't care if you eat meat, I'm not an extremist. I'm not an extremist because I want to make a change in the world. I'm not an extremist because I think it's wrong to kill and torture and exploit and eat living beings and because I want it to change. I'm not an extremist because I'm doing this video. I shouldn't have to behave or to change my, um, my beliefs or my thoughts to make people more comfortable when what they're doing is really wrong and when they have the possibility to do it right. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're probably a subscriber of mine, and I hope you didn't get offended when I said all of that. I really hope your opinion on me will not change, and I would really like you to see how honest I am. It's really important for me. That hurts me to think that every day there are so many animals that are tortured and killed. And it hurts me to think that so many people actually are not willing to. Animals' rights is very important for me, but so are children's rights. And so is the situation in Palestine, for example, or in Tibet, you know. There are so many situations in the world I think are unacceptable, so many causes I want to fight for, and it just hurts me when I see that people don't care. They don't care, people don't give a shit. It's too hard really for them to change a little bit their lifestyle when you are, you know, we are given everything in, you know, in the north part of the world, we are given so much and we just don't give anything back. And that's just so unfair. So yeah, I hope this video was interesting. I really hope you understood that I was not trying to hurt anyone or offend anyone. I was just trying to really make you realize that those facts are facts and you are responsible for them. And I really hope that this will make you change. Really, I hope so. If you have any requests about vegetarianism or veganism, if you have any question, even the silliest question ever, feel free to ask me. I would really be glad to answer them. And until then, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!